So I want to give a little update on the 6x6 Landy that I'm doing. I decided that I wanted to give the body a little bit of different look. So I'm building out the fender here. It's hard to see in this, but you can see the depth here. And so I was going to kind of give you a walkthrough of what I've done. So the idea is to build basically a large fender flare for the entire length. I've just done this front edge here. Then I'm going to add pieces that bring it down and then up to here and down. But so what I did is I built a small framework in here and then took a sheet to lay across there, drew it out, cut it out. And you'll be able to see that on the flip side. Because as you can see, here's my framework going through here to support it. And then once I get that sheet on there, we'll have this edge just like the other one. And then I'll figure out how I'm going to do these edges here. And then clean it up. I'll probably trim this fender out a little bit because the axle's not dead center here. It's a little back. So I'll probably line that up a little bit better. And then we'll do some fit and finish to clean in some gaps that are going to be around. And you know, build these edges like I said. So as you can see, I've continued on my framework here for this leading edge going down, meeting the rest of the body. So I've got that laid out. I've got my piece for that. It's going to sit like so. I'll show you. I've done it on the other side. So I've already done it here. And I've also laid across this top section here, which I just cut a single piece that entire length and just set it in there. It doesn't have any backing like the rest of this stuff does. But what I've got to do next is figure out this sort of blended edge here. That's kind of going to have a complex shape to it. So I'm thinking of going with some thin material that'll sort of form. And then I've got to do this back leading edge as well. So I've got to come out with an angle that comes down to there. And then another sort of edge that'll blend down in there. And then we'll have some fender flares and we'll start to clean up the seams and clean up these edges and blend it all in a little bit. So, all right, so now we've got these pieces obviously installed. I've got a back edge here installed. I was going to kind of show you how I was going to do this bit more compound edge here, because it's not only got to blend this angle down as well as this angle. So I used a thinner sheet than all these other pieces. And what I've done is I've glued this edge and I've glued this edge. And so what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll press it down and glue this edge here. And then what I'll end up with is somewhat of a compounded curve, if you will, that'll help blend all this in. And then once I've got those sealed, obviously some putty and filler and everything else to go to blend it all out and then smooth it all down, and we'll see what the finished product looks like. But that's my intent. That's how I had this planned. So we will continue forward and see how it goes.